Are you thinking of making a move to the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, but aren't too familiar with the area? Well, if so, good news, as today I'm going to take you on a full tour of the city as we review the different neighborhoods, the different schools, different parks, all kinds of different activities you can do. So without further ado, let's get at it. Get into it. So here we are looking at Hampton Roads. This whole area here is all of Hampton Roads. So the south side consists of Virginia Beach, which you see here in the red and white outline. You also have Norfolk, Chesapeake, and then Suffolk over on the western side. And Suffolk is actually really growing. I've done plenty of videos on Suffolk. You can check them out on my channel here. And then on the peninsula, you have Hampton, Newport News, Poquoson, Yorktown, and then you start getting into Williamsburg. This long bridge you see here, that is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. That bridge is, I believe, right around 20 miles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it is definitely one of the longer bridges in the country, if not the world. As all this here is Chesapeake Bay, then you have the Atlantic Ocean on the eastern side of Virginia Beach. But let's zoom in here, and I'm going to start, and again, I'm really sorry if this is a little clunky. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to start up here in the north side. So right here, I already mentioned that faintly can see the red and white. That's the outline of Virginia Beach. Over here to the west is Norfolk. So right there you have the Norfolk International Airport, which really butts right up along Virginia Beach. And then right here, if you've seen it in my previous videos, that's where the Norfolk premium outlets are. So those are around 10 years old, I think, give or take a couple years. Those are new outlets in our area. Previously, you had to go all the way up to Williamsburg to go to the outlets in Williamsburg. Into Virginia Beach here, we're on the north end. I will start up the top here. I already mentioned Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel right there. This long road that you see, 60, that is Shore Drive. It's really a 4-lane highway along the Chesapeake Bay, and it leads into Little Creek. This area you see here is all of the Little Creek Naval Base. And over here, this East Beach, this is actually part of Norfolk on the Ocean View Shore Drive area. I will tell you, those houses on East Beach are really nice. A lot of beautiful houses right on the beach. Price-wise, they're pretty expensive. Many of these houses sell for over $1 million. That is on the Norfolk side. So we got Little Creek here. We're gonna move a little more to the east. As I mentioned, this is all Shore Drive here. You have the Lynnhaven Inlet. Let me move in a little bit. This is all of Chesapeake Bay here. So when you hear this area is routinely called Chicks Beach, if you've seen any of my previous videos, the thing I like about Chicks Beach or any of the beaches along the Chesapeake Bay is if you have young kids, much more easy, safe-wise, so you don't have to worry about them being in the water with big waves in the Atlantic Ocean, as there's very minimal waves in the Chesapeake Bay, usually 1 to 2 foot, maybe, probably less most of the time. So if you have young kids, you might want to stick to this beach. It's also a little less crowded than the ocean front. If you enjoy fishing, I mentioned the Lynnhaven Inlet here. If you have a boat, this is probably one of the areas you're going to put in your boat in if you wanted to go out to the Chesapeake Bay or the Lynnhaven River. And this is the Lynnhaven boat ramp here. And let me try this here. We'll see if we can't zoom in here. Give you a view of that Lynnhaven boat ramp, and actually there's someone there putting their boat in. In the summertime, this boat ramp gets extremely crowded. I haven't been in many years, as I live outside of Virginia Beach and I don't really put my boat in this boat ramp, but I believe the cost could be $10. If I'm wrong, please do your own research. I'll probably actually look it up before I publish this video, but I believe it is $10. But as I mentioned, in the summertime, very crowded here. This is a great spot to put your boat in though. Plenty of parking, as you can see right here. And that is the Chesapeake Bay out there, where connects the Lynnhaven Inlet to the Lynnhaven River. Let's zoom out here. I'll try not to get us all confused where we're at here. Again, Shore Drive, the Lesnar Bridge. As far as houses go, along Shore Drive is mostly these condos. And again, I'm sorry if I'm getting you dizzy here. Mostly oceanfront condos or bayfront condos, and some single family homes on the other side of Shore Drive. The one thing I will say about the majority of these condominium neighborhoods is you are going to pay a condo fee, and quite honestly, out here in the Shore Drive area, a lot of these condo fees, you can see these are all condos here, are pretty pricey when it comes to the monthly fee on condos. So you definitely want to make sure you do your research on how much the condo fee is actually going for, because some of these locations you could be paying $400, $500 or more on condo fees, and that's honestly part of the cost of being that close to the bay there with those great views. And awesome place to go walk on the beach there. The Lynnhaven Inlet, I will tell you, this isn't a boating channel, but I do enjoy getting out on the boat and getting out and fishing. You just shoot off here to the Chesapeake Bay, plenty of great fishing there. You also have a lot of good fishing in the Lynnhaven River here. It is a little shallow in some spots, so you got to be careful. So just make sure you are keeping your watch out while you're going through here. Don't go too fast. I have seen plenty of people during low tide get stuck on shore, get stuck on sandbars. So you just got to be careful there. But let's keep moving east. I mentioned we're staying along Shore Drive here. So as we're moving east here, we're going to continue going on to Shore Drive. Shore Drive, as we get on the other side of Cape Henry here, will turn into Atlantic Avenue as we get closer to the ocean front. One good spot if you're looking to go to the beach, First Landing State Park is right here. Zoom in a little bit here. You have a lot of walkways and bike trails on the non-beach side of Shore Drive that you can go around in First Landing State Park, but you also have beach area here. There is showers, some limited parking, but there is parking. It does cost. And as you can see, the walkway here to get to the beach, actually at the time of this, it looks like there's people out on the beach there. As I mentioned, if you got young kids, I would definitely hit that spot. So we're heading towards Cape Henry. This is Fort Story. There's Cape Henry Lighthouse right here. Fort Story is a military base, military installation base. Pretty small, not one of the ones you would first think of if you're thinking of Virginia Beach. That's mostly Little Creek and Oceana. But let's zoom out here. So as you can see, a lot of wide open area here. There is some trails through First Landing State Park, through the Cape Henry Trail you can walk. I really, quite honestly, haven't done too much of that out there. I have spent a lot of time on the Shore Drive area, but not just in this area. As far as water activities go, Lincoln Bay here, which actually is part right here of the Lynnhaven Inlet, you just keep going down here, you go under Great Neck Road. This is a good area here. This little strip here is called the Narrows. During the summertime, you will see a lot of people taking their boats out, whether tubing or jet skiing or just hanging out in the water. This area here is pretty crowded. As far as houses go, so right over here, we are on the ocean front now. So the cost of houses, as you can imagine, when you get on the ocean front, you're getting a little higher end houses here. I'll zoom in on some of these north end houses. These are beautiful houses here. Let's see how far to let me go in here. So as you can see, these, I mean, there's a mansion looking one right there. So we're talking easily over $1 million houses out here. There is, however, some condos in this area. When you get off of the beach side, I'm not going to tell you they're cheap, because they're not. And some of these single family homes are a little older, so you can find a good price in there somewhere, depending on what your budget is. I'm going to keep looking at my notes here. As far as new houses in this area, as I look at my notes, there is some condos being built right around here called Chesapeake Beach. Those condos are starting around 650 and up. And as we move over, we're getting into a little more of an exclusive area along the north end of the ocean front. You have Lincoln Bay, Cavalier Golf Club. This is this golf course you see here. Princess Anne Country Club. That's all throughout here. You also have some new construction homes. So that would be Bay Colony. As you can see, these are beautiful homes. That might be not not for everybody budget-wise. You also have Allenton over here. This whole area here is the Cox High School district. And I mentioned we will talk about the high school grades. These are not my opinions. We're going to use a website called niche.com. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know I go through using niche quite often. And Cox High School was given an overall grade of an A. And for the most part, this whole area here is all within Cox High School. Cox High School is along North Great Neck Road. So let's keep moving a little south here. I'll zoom out a little bit here. You'll see we do have another big naval base. This is actually the largest base in Virginia Beach. That would be Oceana. So we kind of passed right by the main oceanfront area. A lot goes on in the oceanfront, especially in the summer. I will tell you, it's a great beach. Plenty of beaches. They have a boardwalk you can walk on. But if you like to kind of have a beach not with so much crowds, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know during the summertime, this area down here, I mean, there's hotels all along here. You've got the Hilton here. Up a little farther north, you got the Marriott, the Courtyard. There's the historic Cavalier. The Marriott's right there, actually. This area down here is going to be very crowded in the summertime. So just know, if you are looking to go to the beach, there is parking. It's not extremely limited, but it is going to be crowded with tourists. Most locals, they go to Sandbridge Beach, and we'll get into that a little bit further down the road here. That is a little south of the oceanfront. But let me zoom out a little bit here. And remember, if you're getting any value out of this video, if you have any questions, please put those in the comments below. I'd love to help you out as much as possible. And don't forget, hit that like button, as I want to get this content out to as many people as possible. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as we publish videos like this every week. So I mentioned this is all the oceanfront here. Kind of the oceanfront, as far as the boardwalk, downtown oceanfront, cuts off right here at Rudy Inlet. And Rudy Inlet's actually, if you ever want to go whale watching or dolphin cruises, or just going out fishing on some charter fishing, you would find that right around here in the Rudy Inlet. And if you're talking about fishing, if you want to fish offshore, there's some good fishing to be had right here. Anyways, so once we get down Pacific Avenue, it turns into General Booth, and that's when we're getting out of the oceanfront area, and we're actually moving towards Oceana, which I already mentioned. Back up here. So this is General Booth Boulevard. This whole area here, as we go farther south, is all the Ocean Lakes area. And the Ocean Lakes area, I'm going to back up real quick, back out so I can show you. This whole area here is all of Ocean Lake. So it's a pretty big area. Let me zoom back in here. And as far as the grades, when you look at Ocean Lakes, that is actually, according to niche.com, that is the highest graded high school in Virginia Beach, as it was given an A+. So as you know, schools are pretty important when you're looking for where to go and where to live. Make sure you check out niche.com so you can get an idea of what the overall grades are. Okay, so I mentioned we're heading down General Booth, and as far as attractions and things to do, I already mentioned the dolphin tour, the whale watching, but this spot right here along General Booth is actually the most popular attraction, not only in Virginia Beach, but actually the whole state of Virginia, and that would be the Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Center. My kids were younger, spent a lot of time here. There is multiple exhibits. You get to touch stingrays, you get to see sharks, sea turtles, river otters, just plenty to do there. There is parking right along here. I will tell you, in the summertime when this place gets crowded, you are going to have to park across the street here. They actually have changed the system now where you actually reserve in hour increments. I don't know if it's 1 hour increments, quite honestly. I haven't noticed or seen, but I do know that going forward you will have to reserve it that way. So just make sure you do a little bit of research before you head here, and if you can help it, I would avoid it Saturday and Sunday, just because how crowded it gets, especially in the summertime. And just a quick tip, if you are going to go more than once in the year, you definitely want to get season tickets. It's well worth the savings. All right, let's zoom on out here. This whole area here is Owls Creek. Also have the Owl Creek boat launch right there, so that's another spot to put in, and then you can actually go north and go right out to the Atlantic Ocean through Rudy Inlet. So let's keep moving south down General Booth. Here we are at another spot. It says temporarily closed because it's in the middle of the winter time while I'm filming this. But this whole area here is Ocean Breeze. Let's take a look here. You'll know where you're at when you're at Ocean Breeze. I'll see if it'll let me zoom in here, but well, there we go. You'll see this big monkey along General Booth. That's when you know you're at Ocean Breeze. As you can see here, plenty of water slides, plenty of water activities. They do have a wave pool. This is another good spot. And quite honestly, in the summertime, it does get busy, but I really don't feel it gets overall too crowded. There's plenty of parking, plenty of things to do. If you don't enjoy the water, you also have the motor park here. You have a putt-putt golf course. There's batting cages. There's a bungee swing. I actually did that about 15 years ago. Actually had a great time. I thought I was going to be petrified. I was at first. This is one of those where it's not a bungee jump. You just actually swing back and forth, but I don't even remember how big it is, but I can tell you when you're in front of it, it seems extremely big. But that was a great time. Another thing I really enjoy doing is coming over here to Motor World. Plenty of different what am I saying? Plenty of different go-kart tracks, as you can see, all different ages as far as that goes. So this is a pretty popular spot here. If you are looking for some single-family homes, townhomes along the Bird Neck area, if we go north here, all around here there are different condo and townhome neighborhoods. Some of them are a little older. This whole area here was really built in the 60s and 70s, but there are some newer condominium and townhome neighborhoods in here. But a new section over here, we do have our Virginia Beach Convention Center. This is not new. This has been a mainstay in Virginia Beach for many, many years. However, this Virginia Beach Sports Center is new, and this is actually where they have a lot of events, both in the Virginia Beach Convention Center as well as the Sports Center. But the Virginia Beach Sports Center has a lot of national events. It is an indoor track facility. So if you're into that kind of thing, pretty cool spot to go and watch track events. But during the summer, this area also gets a little crowded just because they always have many different events at the convention center and the sports center. To give you an idea, like the convention center, one week they might have a boat show, and then the following week they might have a train show. So there's a lot of different things going on there throughout the year at the convention center. It's also a pretty cool spot to have a wedding. I've had a few friends that have had weddings there, and it's actually a pretty nice spot there for that. All right, let's zoom out. We're going to keep heading south. There's Oceanus there, so just kind of get your bearings where we're at. We're east of Oceana Naval Base. I will tell you, if you're looking at houses around Oceana or really anywhere in Virginia Beach, you want to make sure you take a look at the AQ's map. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I've spoken about it. What that map shows is where the crash zones and overall noise zones are for the military installations in both Virginia Beach and Chesapeake. I personally love the jet noise. It is the sound of freedom in my opinion. However, that doesn't mean I want to live right underneath jet noise. And I don't know if you do either. So make sure you check out that map. So most importantly, you can see where those noise zones are. Because when these guys are doing their touch and goes, which honestly is quite often throughout the year, and I would always tell you, regardless what the map says, check out these locations multiple times throughout the day, just so you can take a look, and if you can actually see the jets doing their flybys, it's actually really pretty cool to watch. But sometimes that noise can get loud depending on where you are. So anyways, I digress. Let's move on. So we're going to keep on heading down General Booth Boulevard. This is the Red Wing area. Red Wing Golf Course is right here. Back up here. Let's actually zoom in here. New neighborhood I wanted to tell you about. Right here, this is Oceana Boulevard, and this is Prosperity Road right over here. And if you've actually seen one of my previous videos about a year ago, I discussed it. They're still being built out here though. That is Prosperity at the Pines, right along Oceana Boulevard. This school system I mentioned was Ocean Lakes. These houses, are single family homes, mostly 4 and 5 bedrooms, starting in the lower 700s and up. So something to take a look at. But right here is the Oceana Commissary. And growing up in a military family, I spent many payday weekends at the Oceana Commissary. I will tell you, this is a really nice commissary, very large. If you are in the military or served in the military, I would definitely tell you to take advantage of the commissary, because some of the savings you can get is amazing, especially nowadays with the cost of everything going up, especially eggs. But if you can, take advantage of shopping in the commissary. All right, so we're gonna keep moving down General Booth. And this is actually a major intersection in Virginia Beach. That would be General Booth and Dam Neck Road. Another military base is down to the east right here. And all this area is Dam Neck Naval Base, right along the Atlantic Ocean. I mentioned how the oceanfront gets pretty crowded. Well, this place here, if you served in the military or you're a dependent, they do have a beach here for those dependents and military families. As a kid, this is where my mom always took us. Plenty of parking, so I would take advantage of this. A really nice beach here and not nearly as crowded as the oceanfront. All right, so let's keep backing up. This is a little tough because I don't want to make this video too extremely long, but as you can see when I back up here, we've really only covered this little bit here, and we still have all of this and all the southern part. The good news when we get into the southern part here is most of this is pretty rural and farmland. The majority of the Virginia Beach population is basically right here and up. But let's zoom back in here. So as we move south past Dam Neck on General Booth Boulevard, this is when we start getting into the Kellam School District. Kellam, as far as grades go, niche.com gave Kellam High School an overall grade of an A. So you move in here, General Booth. This whole area here, this is Nemo Parkway. As you can see here, there is a Walmart, one of the many Walmarts in Virginia Beach. A lot of different neighborhoods in this area. This was a lot of new construction that was being done in the late 90s, early 2000s. I really like this area because not only is there many different styles of homes, you have townhouses, you have condos, you have single family homes. There's also a lot of shopping options here as I zoom in. Not only do you have your Walmart, you have your Home Depot, you have a Target, you have a movie theater up here. This whole area here, this is the Ocean Lakes Kellam area. I actually believe this area here is still part of Ocean Lakes. It's not until you get a little farther south that it moves into Kellam. But a lot of different options for houses out here. And if we move down here south, let me zoom in here to find it for you. If you've watched any of my previous videos, okay, there, I can see it right there. This whole neighborhood here is Asheville Park. Asheville Park is probably one of my favorite neighborhoods in all of Virginia Beach. I've done previous videos on it. You can actually check those out. I'll put it right up here above me. These houses started being built in the late, actually middle 2000s. As you can see over here, most of these are already starting to fill in, but there's still new construction happening on the back side of Asheville Park. As far as the new construction homes out here, I will tell you, a little bit of priciness. These are one of the more expensive new construction neighborhoods in Virginia Beach. Right now it is starting around the upper 900s to $1 million plus. However, single family homes right up front here are going in the 600,000 to 700,000 range in resale market. And then up in the north end, there are some really nice houses in this area. Those do go a little more expensive than that. One of the things I really like about this is all the different walking trails throughout this area. They actually even have horse trails if you have horses and you want to ride horses. A really cool neighborhood here. And I also like about Asheville Park is I mentioned as we head south in Virginia Beach, it gets a little more rural down here. And this whole Pungo area here kind of has that feel to it. So that's just something I like there, my 2 cents there. I mentioned also, if you are going to be going to the beach, Sandbridge is where you should be heading. And we are right by Sandbridge here. So this whole area here is Nemo. As you head east on Sandbridge Road, talking about restaurants, I know I'm not exactly going over all the restaurants in the area, but Margie and Ray's Crab House and Restaurant Gets extremely crowded, first of all. So you might have to wait when you get there, but it's not a fancy restaurant by any means, but it's got awesome seafood, especially the crab cakes. Just take my opinion on that. All right, so we're gonna keep moving along Sandbridge. This whole area here is Sandbridge Beach. It goes all the way down to Little Island Park and Back Bay National Refuge. Little Island Park, there is showers and parking there, but the thing I like about Sandbridge Beach is there is parking along the road, very limited parking that is, but really because it's so limited in parking, besides the rental homes, beach houses that are all along there, there's no hotels in Sandbridge. There is 2 condominium neighborhoods here, but as you can see, limited parking. So what that means is this beach is very limited crowd-wise. I like that a lot. The only downfall of parking along the road here is you are not going to have bathroom or shower facilities, so just know that. If you do require taking a shower before you get in your car and you are going to Sandbridge, you are going to want to go down here to Little Island Park, or right in the beginning of Sandbridge, right by this Sandbridge Seaside Market, there is also a small lot that's owned by Virginia Beach, and there is showers and bathrooms there right on the backside of Sandbridge Seaside Market. All right, so let's zoom out here. I do hope you're getting some value out of this video. If you are, again, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. I want to get this video out to as many people as possible. And as always, these are the type of videos we're going to publish just about every week, every Saturday morning actually. And videos like this I publish all the time. Sometimes I do new construction home tours. Sometimes I do pros and cons of our area. Like, I've lived here over 25 years, so I feel pretty familiar with the area. And if you have any questions, put that in the comments down below. Let's continue to move west here. Try not to skip around too much, but we're getting in the Princess Anne area. Here was that Nemo area over here on the right. Continue to go on Nemo Parkway and you're going to run into Princess Anne Road. Princess Anne area here is actually where all the courthouses, main municipal buildings for the city of Virginia Beach are located, right down here. And actually Kellum High School is right around here as well. This is Virginia Beach National Golf Club. This is actually a TPC course, so if you enjoy golfing, definitely want to check that out. As we move along Princess Anne Road here, zoom in because this is actually one of few spots I like to call out here. So right here is the Virginia Beach Field House. Let me zoom in. And this is an indoor facility. It has soccer fields, basketball courts. I personally played flag football in here. Up top they have not batting cages, but places where baseball teams come and practice. Many different events go on here, not just sporting events. Different shows also go on here. So one thing I like about this, it's open year round, it's inside, so it's out of the weather, and good not only for youth, but they have adults, kickball tournaments, flag football, different things like that. This area here is the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Currently there isn't an active soccer team, but occasionally they will have soccer events here. And then quick fact here, here's some field hockey fields. The national field hockey team for the United States actually practices here during the summertime and when they're getting ready for events. That's what actually happens here. Then over on the left here, you're going to see all those different fields. This is a huge park, Princess Anne Park. You have many different football, field hockey, baseball, and softball fields. So a lot of actions happening here along the Lansdowne area. This whole area is Princess Anne Park's a little north of here. This is the Princess Anne Sports Complex. And then another big attraction here along Dam Neck Road. You can see it right over here. Let me zoom in. That would be the Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater. This is where all our major concerts are had. Every year Dave Matthews comes. You name it, they've been here. I don't believe Taylor Swift's ever been here, but many of the big acts, when they come to Virginia Beach or Norfolk or anywhere in Hampton Roads, this is where they're coming to. So if you like concerts, good spot. There is seating right up there, but then right out here is all lawn seats. I know like a big concert that was here last year in June was Morgan Wallen. So many different big acts come through here. All right, so let's zoom out. Another thing I wanted to call out is one of the few hospitals in Virginia Beach. The Sentara hospital system is the major hospital system throughout Hampton Roads, and this is Sentara Princess Anne. There is an emergency room. This is a regular hospital. This is actually one of the newer hospitals in our area. It's only been around about 15 years, and this whole area here is the Lansdowne High School district. As you can see here, there's Lansdowne High School right along Princess Anne Road. As far as grades go, Lansdowne, niche.com was given an overall grade of an A. Then I'm going to zoom out here. Right across the street from Lansdowne High School is one of our community colleges, Tidewater Community College. This is the Virginia Beach campus. Tidewater Community College has many different campuses throughout the different cities in Hampton Roads. They have a campus in Norfolk. They have a campus in Chesapeake, and also the Virginia Beach campus here. And ODU and Norfolk State, which are colleges, major colleges in the city of Norfolk, also have some satellite campuses out here as well. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit here. This big circle here that you see, that is Green Run. This whole area here, Chimney Hill, all this is Green Run High School area. This whole area here, what I would tell you about this area, mostly older homes in this area. There is some townhomes. There is a few condo neighborhoods. No new construction really being built in this area here. Most of these houses were built in the 70s to 80s, single family homes. A lot of good value out here. As far as Green Run High School, that was given an overall grade of a B, which should tell you how the high schools are in Virginia Beach. Green Run is one of 11 high schools in Virginia Beach. It's actually the lowest rated according to niche.com, and it was given a B. And I tell you right now, when I was in school, if I got a B, I was tickled pink. So that just tells you the quality of school system you're dealing with in Virginia Beach when the lowest rated high school according to niche.com was a B. Okay, so right along here is Princess Anne. Let me move a little north here before I move south again. This is 264. This is the major highway that connects to Norfolk into 64. 64 goes into Newport News. Actually, 64 goes all the way up to Richmond and beyond. It also connects into Chesapeake, but 264 runs all the way to the ocean front. So as we move along 264, one thing you'll notice is this road up here, which is Virginia Beach Boulevard. Virginia Beach Boulevard runs pretty much parallel to 264. And one of the major malls in our area is located in the Lynn Haven area, and this would be the Lynn Haven Mall. And unlike most of the malls, not only in Hampton Roads, but in the country, Lynn Haven Mall is actually still thriving. Still a great location to go, really crowded, has a lot of shoppers in it. It's not like most of the malls you see that tend to be flea markets now. There is an Apple store in the Lynn Haven Mall, a lot of different anchor stores, so many different shops down there, so you should check that out. If you are going to be going to a mall in our area, most likely this would be the mall you are going to. Even if you live in Chesapeake or Norfolk, this would be the mall you're coming to. And as far as new construction, right here, this is Lynn Haven Parkway along 264. And right here, there is some new construction. Small little area here. Let me take a look actually. These are single family homes. The neighborhood is called Doyletown. The school district is First Colonial. This whole area here is First Colonial School District. First Colonial was given an overall grade of an A- by niche.com. But these are single family homes being built, this small little area here. Very few homes being built in this neighborhood. Start in the 450,000 and up range there. So let me zoom out. One spot I wanted to hit real quick. Another attraction in Virginia Beach is Mount Trashmore Park. Just recently I did a video on some of the top questions I get asked about the city of Virginia Beach. I'll put it above me here. And one of the questions I always get asked is some of the great parks you can take advantage of in Virginia Beach, and Mount Trashmore Park would definitely be number one on that list. The name says, Mount Trashmore Park. This is a big, actually, trash pile mountain they built, where you can fly kites at the top, walk around. You have this lake here that they have trails all around it. There is a Kids Cove playground area over here. There's actually a YMCA on this side. There's a skate park. During 4th of July, they have fireworks here. Don't be alarmed when I say it's a big trash pile, because yes, it was a trash pile at one time, and that's what they built it all over. But it's not like you smell trash or anything. It's a cool park. Take a look at some of my previous videos I've done on this. All right, zooming out here. Let me go a little south. Well, before I head south, as you can see, there's just so much in Virginia Beach I could go over. I'm trying to get as much as possible. I don't even think I've hit all the school districts or the high schools, and I apologize. Right up here in the north side, this is Bayside School District. Bayside was given a grade of a B+. You have Aragona Village. Virginia Wesleyan University over here is one of our private universities along Wesleyan Drive. New construction, most around Wesleyan Drive is condos and townhomes with some single family homes. But over there in Wesleyan Drive, trying to think of the neighborhood, actually Hawkins Mill at Haygood. These are condos, single family homes, starting in the 350 to 360 range, right over here off of Wesleyan Drive. And like I said, this is all Bayside School District. And then also coming back here, I'm trying not to bounce around so much. All of this area here. So let me get another school for you. That would be Princess Anne High School. And actually, let me zoom in here and see if I can show you where Princess Anne High School is. It's actually right there hidden. This is all Princess Anne High School right here. So there's the park, there's Princess Anne High School. Anyways, Princess Anne High School down in the town center area. Princess Anne High School was given an overall grade of an A. And when you come into Virginia Beach, if you're in Norfolk, in Chesapeake, and you look out towards Virginia Beach, you are going to see a few high rises. And this is what you're looking at, is the town center area of Virginia Beach. This whole area was built in the late 90s. A lot of different shops here, some great restaurants. You have Ruth Chris, the Cheesecake Factory, many different things here, California Pizza Grill, to name a few, movie theaters, Regal Columbus right there. As far as the town center goes though, there are high-rise condominiums here, pretty pricey. They don't all come available very often. Across the street, you did used to have our Pembroke Mall here. They kind of redid it. It's no longer really a mall. It's just got some anchor stores. You got REI, Nordstrom's, Target, and Kohl's, and across the street, some other shops there. So a lot of shopping over here. And then one of my favorite grocery stores is right here. Pretty new, only been here the last 5 years, and that's this one right here. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. Well, there you go. Wegmans. Wegmans, this is actually our only Wegmans in Virginia Beach, and actually our only Wegmans in Hampton Roads at the current time. Awesome place to go shopping. Take it from me, if you've never been into a Wegmans, it's an experience. Just know the first 3 aisles are all prepared foods, and if you're anything like me, you can spend a ton of money in here. You also have Walmart on the other side here. So let me zoom out. I wanted to move south here. This area down here, so just give you an idea where we're at. There's that Virginia Beach Field House, Princess Anne Sports Complex, the Virginia United Home Loans Amphitheater. This whole area here, Glenwood area, Rosemont Forest, Salem. This is all the Salem High School school district, and Salem was given an overall grade of an A. So as you can see, we got the line here. This is Chesapeake out here. So when we were talking about rural areas, this is another part of Virginia Beach that's a little more rural. There is still some new construction being done out here, and actually right over here, right in this area, general area here along Dam Neck and Elbow Road, you do have River Lake right along Salem and Elbow Road, that is. 5-bedroom single family homes going for about $750 and more. Before I finish this video out, we're going to go into the Kempsville area. So we're going along Indian River Road. This is Kempsville Road here. You do have Regent University right here along 64. If you keep going along Indian River Road, you're going to head into Norfolk and Chesapeake. This is the Indian River area of Chesapeake. But this whole area here, this is the Kempsville area. A lot of these houses in this area, you do have a few apartment complexes, mostly single family homes, a few condo associations spattered in there. But these houses, similar to the Green Run area, similar to the Bayside area, mostly built in the 70s and 80s. Kempsville High School was given an overall grade of a B+. So here you have Kempsville Road, Providence Road. If I zoom in right to that school there, that is actually Kempsville High School right there. So we talked about Princess Anne Road. Princess Anne Road kind of runs parallel to 264 as well on the south side. And then South Witch Duck turns into Kempsville Road. But one thing before I finish this video off, I want to show you. I mentioned how Dam Neck and General Booth is one of the more crowded and I guess most congested intersections in Virginia Beach. Well, here's another one. We're going to zoom in to Indian River and Kempsville Road. And if you've seen it in my previous videos, I've already discussed it. I can't even really describe this. They changed this all around about 5 years ago. I forget what it's called, but it's a new way of doing traffic. So let's say you're moving here on Kempsville Road, Indian River Road, and you wanted to take a left on Kempsville Road. Well, what you'll notice here, zoom in a little bit, is there's no left turn here. So the interesting thing about this, let's say you wanted to go down here to Kempsville Road. What you have to do is keep going straight up to here, and actually they have a U-turn lane here where you do a U-turn to come back. It's the same way over here. If you want to go on Kempsville Road, you take the right lane here, but then oncoming traffic, let's say Kempsville Road and you want to take a left on Indian River Road, well, you notice there's no left turn there. That's because the left turn's way back here. You take a left here, go across traffic, come on down, there's your left turn there. So really this video here on this intersection isn't going to do it much justice. You're going to have to check this out on your own. But just know in the beginning it might be a little confusing to you, but it does run pretty smooth. I hope you got some value out of this video. I tried to do it as quick as possible, but the city is very large, a lot going on. If you're wondering if this city's right for you, take a look at some of these previous videos I did on the pros and cons, and I hope you have a great day, and we will see you on the next video.